everybody. Welcome to another episode of Unqualified Experts, where we give advice to the internet's most comical and outlandish questions. Tonight, we're going to be joined by Ashton. She will be showing up shortly. Ashton Birdie, Ashton Blaise, the Ashton of many names. She is hilarious, lovely, and very wise. So this is going to be fun. So until then, I just want to say hello to everybody and thank you guys so much for joining. I've got the questions ready. I'm excited. As soon as she gets here, we're going to do it. You guys are absolutely incredible. We are already at 70 and I was going to hit the buttons, but I realized I can't do that here because I was going to hit them. I like hearing the little noise. Slasher said Nick did a great thumbnail tonight. He kills it on those thumbnails. Thumbnails are, I feel like, an area where I don't have whatever it needs to go into it to make it look good. So he does a really good job on the thumbnails. It does look really good. Hi Slasher and Backhand and RJP and John Roberts. Oh my goodness. So we're at 70, by the way. We're 35% of the way to bikini. I see Ashton. Let me thank everybody. Backhand with a 649. Lovely Backhand. Always wish. Oh, you know what? Let's wait until Ashton gets in because it says, hi, Ashton, love, Xia and Ashton, love and hugs, and then RJP. So hi. We'll get her added to the stage before we thank everybody. But oh my gosh. Backhand, only gifted. Remember, Backhand, only gifted. But
I'm so sorry. I'm traveling right now and it's like crazy. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for doing this, even though you're traveling. Where are you at? What are you doing?
I'm in Wyoming right now. So I'm setting up a new sort of, because as you know, I'm married. I'm married to somebody in the Air Force. So like I have a place on base as well as my own place back home. So I'm trying to get like a little podcast thing, like I guess a little streaming area in this room as well.
Yeah.
Just to, like, be like, hey, like, I have a microphone, but it for some reason hasn't been working properly. So I'm trying to figure out, but yeah, it's
wow.
Yeah.
But you're doing it. That's amazing. I love that. You're like, I'm going to have a podcast set up in every single, every single place I live.
I have my travel version when I like do cons and stuff, but it's not the best. And so, I was just going to keep doing that. But I thought, if I'm going to have like a permanent base there for like, also my acne is like the worst right now. Don't pay attention to it.
No, girl, mine is so bad. You can't see it because I'm a little farther from the camera, but I have all on this side and on this side. Have you found like anything that works for that? Because it drives me crazy. I don't know what to do.
What? There's a filter on here that hides acne.
Yes. That's acne. Amazing. Girl, there ain't no acne.
Thanks, StreamYard.
That's amazing. That's so funny. I didn't know that.
I've been working like crazy because whenever I travel, whenever I get on a plane, I always get off. And sure enough, the day after I get off the plane, it's the worst acne ever. And I hate it.
Oh, but I don't know what to do about it. I don't know where mine comes from. I'm seeing a doctor and I'm just going to see if it's like maybe hormonal. It's something.
It's usually hormonal. I mean, or sugar intake, honestly. Like, I don't think I'd have as acne as bad as I did, but it intakes so much sugar, which I shouldn't be doing anyway. But
sugar's so good. It's so delicious.
Yours could be sugar. You have a whole stream dedicated to eating sugar, so it could be sugar for you.
Starting today, I've given up gluten, and I'm gonna do a month. Yeah, do a month without gluten and see if it affects anything. Because I have like crazy bloating.
Yeah, I consider doing the same thing because I'm bloating, but I last like a day and then I'm like,
It's hard. It's really hard. That's why I'm going to try really hard to stick to it. That's another thing. Apparently, people with Hashimoto's are very sensitive to gluten. So I was like, you know what? Let's just see. Let's see if it does anything.
Most autoimmune disease, because I have Graves, which is the exact opposite of
opposite. Yes.
Opposite. And they were saying that sugar and carbs also highly affects it too, because it just messes your thyroids basically.
It's such a bummer. So sad. All the good stuff. I wanted to thank everybody since you were here because some of these messages included you. Backhand with an Australian golden shower boy said, hi Xia, hi Ashton, love and hugs.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you so much. And then RJP also, RJP, you're so sweet. RJP is amazing. He says, hello, wonderful, adorable, not chonky Xia, because I feel like I gained a few pounds. I'm a little bit of a chonker, so I put myself on a diet. I'm doing the gluten-free and like just lowering my calories.
Really? Because you look tiny right now.
Thank you. That's
what the thing I noticed you do ever since you got boobs that most people with boobs deal with, like I gotta deal with, is I got like this weird armpit pudge whenever my arm goes down. It's like this weird pocket of fat. It's weird. It's weird. How do I get rid of that?
Yeah, there's nothing. I know girls that get it liposuctioned out because there's no way to like spot reduce that. Yeah, so they just
spot reduce fat anywhere. But it's like the heart infections. Like my biggest thing I don't like is my arms, because like for some reason like these are like bigger than like the rest of my arm, and so I'm definitely getting more into the gym. But I thought, should I like just liposuction it out? Like what do I do? Because there's certain parts that like there's certain girls who are built certain ways where like your fat doesn't go away evenly. Like for example, stomach always goes away first. I always have a flat stomach, which I'm very fortunate to have.
I was gonna say that's amazing.
And then my butt, I would say, carries the most fat, and then it's my thighs. And for some reason, it's just here after that. And I feel like the only time where I've ever been like really skinny, like evenly, is when I was 115. But I feel like that's too low for me, for someone in my height.
How tall are you, Ashton?
I'm 5'5".
5'5". Okay, I thought so. I was
it's
like,
you're unhealthy to be on 115, but it's just like one of those things where it's like I feel like the wind moves and I break.
No, I'm with you, because at 100, I'm 5'2", and at 115 for me is pretty lean. Like that's where I'm comfortable. Like I still have a little bit, but like not too much. Like right now, I'm probably like 118.
Like right now, I'm 125.
Okay, for 5'5", that makes sense.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. It's hard. It's being a lady. You're always trying to figure out, well, how am I going to look the best? How are clothes going to fit the best? And blah, blah,
well, because a lot of people say, well, just work out. Here's the thing: is that women's bodies versus male bodies. When men work out, their fat does go away evenly because they have different hormonal changes than we do. Whereas women, when we lose fat, there are certain places in our body that hold on to pockets of fat. Because there are certain places with pockets of fat. Either it's genetics, it's meant for baby carry. It's mostly here for some people. Yeah. There's some girls who mainly carry it in the belly. It's because we carry babies, and when we carry babies, we gotta keep pockets of fat certain places. But
yep,
you know, I don't know why it's in my upper arms. It's weird.
It's also just this area in general. I do a lot of like arm workouts to try to like keep.
I went to the gym yesterday. I still have nothing. Good. My husband is such a gym rat, and I am not. But I still go to the gym with him because I have a deal with him. Where it's not a deal. It's kind of just one of those things where, like, oh, my husband goes to conventions with me and like does horror movie nights with me. And so I'll go to the gym with him, and then the moment I get to the gym, I instantly regret it. And I'm like, oh man. Because I think it's not fair, because he kind of likes the horror stuff too, not to the same level I do, but like definitely like likes it a little bit. Whereas like the gym is like my worst enemy, and I feel like I want to die every time, but I still push through. I mean,
you push through it. It'll get to a point where you don't hate it as much.
It's already kind of getting there. It's like, but it's just one of those things. Like, oh man, I promised I go to the gym today, but it's like when you're doing it every single day, it becomes like a habit. I noticed, like, I'm hating it less and less.
Yeah, that's what happens. You get like, I've been doing it off and on since I was 13, and 1,000%. It's now something that just
13.
It's something that my person. A what?
Were you really into sports growing up?
I did martial arts, but I think it's because my dad was a bodybuilder, so. My sister and I just used to sit outside the gym and wait for him to do his workout. So as soon as I turned 13, which was like the youngest you could be to work out, my dad just got me my own so I could go in and work out. And I've always been active in some capacity. I mean, I have ADHD, so sitting still for me is freaking impossible. I had told this story before, and it made me laugh because recently I started to see a new therapist, and I haven't told her that much about myself yet. She's still in the like getting to know me phase. And I had mentioned that I have ADHD, and she's like, I don't think that you've mentioned that before. And I was like, oh, I guess I didn't, because I kind of just mentioned it in passing. I don't really think about it. and she's sitting there, and she looks at me and she goes, I'm not surprised, or that doesn't surprise me. She said, and I I've only seen this woman for like 2 sessions, and I tell her I have ADHD, and she's like, that doesn't surprise me. And I was like, oh, I feel so called out right now. So yeah, I have a very hard time like sitting still. I can only do it if I am exhausted. Otherwise, I am a fidgety. Like, I can't stand getting my nails done. I go to get my nails done, and it's because I just have to sit there and I can't move, and I'm doing this all the time. And the lady's trying to paint, and I have to like be really. It drives me crazy. I can't stand it.
I'm the same way. I actually started like trying to learn how to do. First of all, working into a recession, so you should be learning how to do the same way, ladies. I'm learning how to do my own nails lately. I did not do these, first of all, but I'm trying to learn how to do my own nails, and it is like an art, even just for basic stuff, because I could just like glue on the fake nails, but they don't look very good. And,
yeah, those I've seen, they just don't look the same. And no, it's legitimately hard.
Yeah.
It's Franklin also with a freaking golden shower boy. That's the one on top of it. No, a pink boy. That's a freaking pink boy. Franklin just did a whole pink boy. Franklin, thank you so much. He said, hello, pretty ladies. Franklin, hello and hi. Frank S from the chat. Thank you so much for the freaking pink boy. And then also we have a Zunt in the chat. Holy freaking crap. Slosher. My brain is not working. Slosher, it never is. Thank you so much for becoming a Zunt. I have to thank the Zunts. Okay, I gotta thank all the Zunts because you guys like support so big in the channel. That's my Zunt membership level. It's like 25, I think, or 20. I don't even know how much it is, but these people are incredible doing this. Like, what is this? Doing amazing things. And then we got another also 10 golden shower boy from Andrew Thomas. He said, he said, hey, sexy Xia babe and sexy horror Ashton babe. What do you think of the new Frankenstein movie coming out on Netflix in November, Ashton?
I'm so excited. I love Guillermo. I love him so much. I'm still upset we never got a Haunted Mansion movie, but I'm really excited for the new Frankenstein movie coming out. I love Frankenstein. It was actually my favorite book in high school. My biggest book report, I think, freshman year was on Frankenstein, and it really kills me how there hasn't been a proper movie adaptation of this story, because every movie it's like, oh, you have a mad scientist who brings a man back to life, and he's just this grunting monster who doesn't know where he is or what's going on. But then in the book, it's this like med school dropout who's questioning his life and questioning where he wants to be, and he's kind of falling apart, like emotionally falling, not like mad crazy scientist, like actually just like, I don't know like what my life is worth. Brings together this man who is described as handsome, intelligent, well-read, and just wants to be a part of society but isn't allowed to because he's different. And it's such a beautiful and interesting story that hasn't been properly told yet. I really hope it's done this way. I really do.
Oh, you're making me want to watch it. When does it come out?
I think it comes out in November.
Oh, okay. Okay.
November.
Good month.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, there's like a bunch of movies. I just started watching. I didn't finish it last night. I'll probably finish it tonight, but I started watching the screen. What was it? The new Fear Street movie on Netflix.
Prom Night? I wasn't
Prom
a fan
Night.
of it.
Thank you. I've only seen a little bit of it so far.
Okay. I won't ruin it for you, but like when you finish it, I have my comments on it. Okay. I love the other Fear Street movies. I think they're doing really well.
Loved them.
I'm be honest with you. This last one was so predictable.
Oh no.
It's very predictable.
Okay, I'll watch it and then I'll message you after I watch it. Oh no, Frank also said, yeah, this one fell short. Dang it. Backhand loved it. I'll watch it. I'm curious.
The 80s is my favorite like time period.
It's a great time period.
It's the best time period.
80s and 90s. I mean, there's just something about it. I wasn't even alive in the 80s, but it's such a like a nostalgic watching it. I'm just like, yes. I don't know what. I think maybe because of like watching 80s stuff in the 90s. I'm not sure, but it's just there's something very nostalgic about it.
80s. I mean, I like the 90s a little bit. I like 90s movies from the 90s. I don't like 90s music.
Oh, 90s music's my favorite music. Grunge is, I mean, I mean, metal is always going to be my favorite, but grunge of the 90s was just, yeah, some of my favorite stuff.
The 80s music is like my favorite, in my opinion. It's my favorite.
You like the more dancey stuff.
Not more dancey. I mean, yeah, it was dancey, but like I feel like that was just a time where you could have so many different genres and it all felt unison. Like the 80s knew what it was. When I look back at a lot of 90s culture, I feel like the 90s, a lot of it felt like it was kind of figuring out what it was, if that makes sense. And especially like Y2K. Y2K didn't know what the hell it was doing, and 2010s got even more confused.
The 2010s are not my favorite. 2010s
2010s
style and 2010s music, not my favorite.
I got in a debate with this lady because 2010s is when I was in high school. And I was kind of talking about, man, we dressed so ugly in high school in the 2010s. He goes, no, we didn't. I loved our high-low skirts and our.
No.
I'm like, really? Like
No.
you wouldn't choose a pleated skirt over the ugly skater skirts that we wore because like there was like we wore clothes with no dimension.
No, I agree. But I really like 90s clothes, and I think that's why.
The 90s clothes were great.
90s clothes were great. Yeah, I agree. Metal music has stayed consistently great from the 70s to today. You just have to find the good metal bands. Healer's right.
Yeah. Metal from the 90s was good, but I mean the overall culture of the 90s was kind of figuring out what it was. And then I do not like Y2K. And Y2K is really trending right now. And I am not a fan of Y2K at all.
Oh yeah. I saw that. I've been seeing the styles, like
the
with those big
low-rise
baggy
jeans,
the big baggy low-rise jeans, and I was just like, oh, come on. Why are we doing this?
Low-rise jeans are my least. I love high-rise everything. Because when you're short like me, it makes you look taller.
Oh my God, Ashton saying she's short at 5'5". My 5'2" ass hobbit self is.
Because I have a long torso and short legs. So high waist jeans look really good on someone like me because it shortens my very long torso and makes my very short legs look longer. So
I really think we need to bring back dressing for your same thing with hair, for your body type, for your face type, like this whole trending thing. Some girls absolutely should not wear low cut pants or the big baggy pants. Like I just don't think.
And it's not even a weight thing. It's just a matter of are your legs short or is your torso short kind of thing.
Exactly.
And then also remember in the 2010s when every girl started cutting their bangs like Zooey Deschanel?
Yeah.
I was one of them. There are people like myself who should not have full cut bangs.
Yeah, some people are really good with bangs, but some people just absolutely do not. They absolutely do not.
Like a few years ago, middle parts were the thing. I'm like, a lot of people don't look good with middle parts.
I don't. I have to, side part is just, I can do bangs, but not really straight across bangs. I can do like sort of curtainy bangs and I can do side, but like, I don't know. I just feel like center parts look weird. That's not even a center part. I can't even do it.
Like I don't look good with short hair at all. That's why I get extensions all the time.
You get extensions?
I'm not wearing them right now. This is my natural hair, but they're clip-ins. So sometimes like for like photo shoots and stuff, I'll put in extensions and they go down to here. So my hair is actually growing out because I don't bleach it anymore. So like this is my natural hair color, down to like I think like here.
Okay.
So I'm a natural blonde, but I made the mistake of bleaching my hair in 2020 and I looked like Draco Malfoy. I was playing for a whole Debbie Harry type thing. Came out looking like Draco Malfoy, but I don't look good with short hair.
Look, it happens. We try stuff. It doesn't always look the best. I didn't mind having the shorter hair, but I'm ready to grow it back out again.
You have a very distinct jawline. So, like, you have a rounder face, but you have very distinct features on a rounder face, whereas my cheekbones are still kind of covered up by, like, baby fat. I still have baby fat at the age of almost 30. And
that's
like
amazing.
I don't have any of the distinct features, which is why like I often have to contour really deep and then grow my hair out because or else it's just like this baby face, just this round. And then I'm Russian, so when I smile, my cheeks just go whoop, and suck my eyes up.
I have that. Yeah. I have those Russian cheeks. When we went into that's the Dunkin' Donuts, they thought we were sisters and gave us free food. It was hilarious. They're like, "Are your sisters?" And we're like, "No, but I can see why you think that." Do you want to do some unqualified experting?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. All right, let's give some advice to the internet. I really like this one. This is about OnlyFans social stigma. So this girl said, "Hi, I recently told my close friends I started an OnlyFans for non-explicit content, but they've
Okay.
been judging me and spreading rumors. I'm hurt and don't know how to handle their reactions. I thought these were people I could trust and confide in, but now I don't know what to think. What should I do?"
Okay, first of all, Zia, what do you consider non-explicit? So I consider myself non-explicit. So I'll show like the girls and nothing else. So I don't do holes and I don't do like full out. And I'll show the girls and that's basically it. But
Mhm.
some people say, oh, if you even show a little bit of nudity, that's explicit.
I
Which
don't
I
think it's
feel like
explicit.
no, explicit to me is like full on corn. You
Mhm.
know, um,
Agreed.
So
Personally, yes.
I mean, but I've also met people who say they do non-explicit and it's just straight bikinis and lingerie, which is how I started out. And I mean, if it's bikinis and lingerie, that's stuff that like people that most people post on Instagram, but it could be stuff that she's not comfortable posting on Instagram that will put on her OF or you
She
know,
also could be doing, I know people that do OnlyFans for like cooking or skiing or like
yeah,
fitness. It could be
because
any of those things.
because the thing about everyone says go to Patreon, but the problem with Patreon is you can't stream on Patreon, and
Mm,
Patreon doesn't have a lot of the options that you can do on OF. And a lot of people don't realize, but OF originally wasn't meant for like the stuff that me and you do, or even like
mhm.
full on corn. Um, but like I, I don't know, like who I feel like the stigma is kind of dying off with that world, and like even if like she did like full on like nudity, I feel like the stigma is kind of dying off, and like if they're your friends and they have a problem with it or they think it's like an unsafe thing, they should be directly talking to her and saying, "Hey, like, are you sure this is the right option for you? Is this going to hurt your career? Is this going to like do it?" Which, by the way, it's not going to hurt her career unless she's
No.
doing any sort of nudity, even like breasts or something. Um, but like, I feel like if they were her real friends, they wouldn't be talking behind her back. They would like be talking to her directly, and they should only really be talking about it if it's like actually like, putting her at risk of something. If
Well,
she's
and
safe, who
they're also
cares?
spreading rumors. So these just sound like they're shitty friends. I just wouldn't be friends with them
Yeah, I
anymore.
would be friends
So
with
you're
them either.
friends. Like,
Bye,
so you're
bye. Bye,
n-
bye.
yeah, none of my friends or family has judged me for this. Granted, I don't think some of my family I haven't told. Some of my family I know knows, but they don't care. They just
My
don't even.
mother-in-law knows.
Does she say anything? Does she
No,
mind?
she's super.
No,
I
yeah.
mean, like, 'cause I'm actually getting into burlesque dancing actually, and I started taking
Aw.
classes. And she goes, "When you start doing shows, I want to come to your show and support you." And I'm like, "Okay, a little different, but okay."
Wait, what
She's
did you say? Sorry, I missed it.
she told me that when I start doing shows, like actual burlesque on stage shows,
Yeah.
she wants to come support me, which I know
Aw.
sounds a little odd
No,
because you're
I don't
basically
think it
taking
does.
your clothes off, but I think burlesque is different than just straight getting on a pole. You know, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No, 100%. And I don't
'Cause
think that I don't
I would
think
be
it's weird.
singing in my shows too, so it wouldn't just be like me being like, "Hey guys, here's my titties." It'd be like more of like the old west saloons because that's the kind of stuff that I want to be doing.
That's
Um,
cute.
yeah, but she's really supportive and she's like, "Hey girl, if it pays the bills, do what you gotta do." And then like I have like my best friend in the world who was my maid of honor. She was like, "I'm a little concerned for you if you decide to do something else with your career and like people are gonna bring it up. They're gonna they're gonna harass you with like your nudes and like they're gonna." I'm like, "Yeah, but then if I made that choice to do it, I kind of gotta live with it, like." But she's not like a jerk about it. Like she's like, "Hey, like, are you
Mhm.
sure this is the right choice that you want to do?" Kind of thing. So but that to me is a friend who's concerned, not a friend who's just talking shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's one of those things that people are going to feel how they feel about it. Some people are going to think it's whatever. I think that people are doing what her friends are doing, like talking shit, spreading rumors, even though she doesn't do anything explicit. Because, like I said, OnlyFans isn't just like there are legitimately people who sell workout plans on there and do workout. Like there's people who just don't do anything on there.
Hmm.
Um, but
I've
it's
actually tried. My husband's actually asked me, he's like, "Should I start OnlyFans just for like workouts?" I'm like, "Yeah, do
yeah,
it." And then him and I
absolutely.
do pictures and stuff and like editorials together. Like I've had people ask me on stream like about him, like what he does and
Hmm.
he should just make an OnlyFans and have people who ask him directly.
Why not? Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. I agree. There's a weird stigma around it for certain people. A lot of people don't give a shit. like more people than I realize, they just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, and anyone who does and is going to be shitty about it isn't someone I need in my life, and so it doesn't matter. Like, it's not really a big deal. And it is going to, I'm hoping that, you know, it's not a long-term thing for me, but I do know girls who are 10 plus years older than me who do fantastic and have incredible careers doing it, who are making legitimately in the 7 figures. I'm not exaggerating. Like, yeah, no, like,
oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, no, like crazy money. And these women
it's like, I will say, like, if you're someone like everyone's like, oh my gosh, Amaranth is aging out, and like she's not aging out.
No one's aging out.
She's
it's
not.
a different audience, but they're not aging out.
There's women who are in their 50s and 60s who are dominatrixes, and like they're killing it.
Oh, I know. My grandma still does that kind of stuff, and she's 80.
Damn.
Consistently, I think year after year, MILF porn is like tops the charts on.
Really?
And everybody's like, yeah, but they're 26. No, they're not. They're all like, if you see MILF, yes,
they're 50 with good surgery.
Yeah, no, it's
or they work out.
They work out. They're in good shape. They look great for their age. There isn't really any aging out of the industry. There's people that decide they want to stop doing it.
Isn't Gigi?
Gigi, yeah.
Mom? Yeah, she's a mom of like teenagers.
No. Yeah, she's an actual mom with teenagers. She's in her 40s, and she is absolutely destroying. She is out there killing it. So anyone who talks about hitting the wall is just like so dead wrong and stupid. Like, just it's like just so stupid. It's a bad argument.
Me, back when I did conservative media, people would tell me like 20 years old, oh, you better get married now. You're gonna hit the wall.
I know.
I feel like I'm hotter than I was at 21. I feel like I'm more put together at 21. Yeah. I feel like I'm more fit at 21. My body's more put together. I feel like I'm hotter at 21 than I was at 21 at almost 30. So I don't.
No, it's these people. Those people are idiots, and they're wrong. Like, there's no.
I'm also psychologically more there than I was at 21, which that's my biggest thing is like all these people who are telling these young girls who are 20, 21, 22 to just start popping out kids. Listen, if you remember who you were at 21, 22, 23, like you were probably not, you know, a lot of people are not in the right mindset to be moms or dads yet. Like they need to experience life and become better people before they can do that. I still don't know if I'm ready to have kids. I still like don't know if I even want children. I'm still kind of like, man, how can I like I feel like I want to be the best version of myself before I like do all that. Because why would you want to bring a kid into the world if you're not like the proper person to raise that child?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. I'm in the exact same boat as you, Ashton. No clue. And no, I'm doing what I love doing. OnlyFans typically is funding me to be able to do other things, to be able to stream, to be able to do podcasts, to be able to get myself out there and do that kind of stuff. And so that's a big part of the reason why I enjoy doing it. But I'm definitely starting to think more and more about, okay, well, am I going to get to a point where I need to start saving and thinking of businesses and things that I can invest in and have as a means to retire later on? Because I'm not going to go back into the regular working world. I'm going to find a way to have.
It's going to be hard for us. Once your tits are on the internet, it's going to be harder for you.
Yeah. But also so many places, again, don't give a shit. I know. So some places do, some don't. There's a girl who
boss doesn't care. Like I work for a convention company and he's just like, I don't care. I work with tons of his employees were either ex or current OnlyFans girls. Like he doesn't care. So, you know, I mean, we work basically running out comic books. Like,
yeah. Some people are going to care. A lot of people aren't. It's just
like, as long as you don't work with, I would say, like children who know your real name, who can Google you, then yeah, like that's going to be an issue. But like in the like, there's so many lawyers who used to be strippers.
Oh, I know. There's a girl who used OnlyFans to cover law. She paid for her law school. And now she's a lawyer. Yeah. And the law firm she works at knows about it and they don't care.
Who used to be only like,
of course.
They don't care. Because people move on and become different people and do different things.
It's not as big of a deal as everybody likes to say it is.
I think the problem is that you know people like Nala Ray, for example, who she quit OnlyFans and now she's doing the whole, you know, she found Jesus and that's her whole shtick on the internet. And a lot of people like, listen, she could be grifting a little bit, but to say that she's grifting because she's aging out of OnlyFans when she's like, what, 26 is
That's not
absolutely
aging
insane.
out.
She's not aging out. I think she had a change of heart and she realized she could do something with it on the internet. I think that's what happened. And the problem is a lot of people on the internet, they don't, let's check back into reality. People change all the time. We go through different phases all the time. Most people do. Nobody is the same person they were at 18 or 20 or 23 or 26. Not. Nobody. Everyone's changing and doing new things. And let's say this girl decides, hey, I don't want to do OnlyFans. Hey, my friends were right. Well, then she should still get rid of those friends because they're shit. Like, just
yeah, no, I agree. These friends sound terrible. I couldn't agree more. And yeah, that's another thing. I've not that many people. I think I've seen it twice, being like, well, you have to choose podcasting or OnlyFans, and I'm like, why? Wait, everyone just gets to do one thing in this world? How horrendous and boring is that?
I remember when I said I don't
stupid.
When I left conservative politics, and mind you, a lot of people just assumed I was going to do a 180 and go and do liberal podcasting for some reason, which is not what happened at all. I just consider myself more middle ground, but it was more of the fact that I was just unhappy and like I wasn't doing anything. Like, there was a lot of control over who I got to be because of it. There was a lot of restrictions, and I don't like that when you become a public figure of some sort, there's a lot of restrictions on who you are as a person, and people kind of just make assumptions on what they want you to be as a character. And I don't like that. And so there was a lot of that involvement, and also just I don't have the same political opinions I did at 21, and for some reason that worries people. But most people I know who are like in their 50s, 60s only have the same opinions that they did at 35. So for all I know, I could change into a whole different direction in like 10 years. That's what normal people do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I would hope I wouldn't be the same person I was 10 years ago, because I was not like learning a lot and needed, like, yeah, of course you're going to change. You're going to change multiple times throughout your life.
Yeah, I hope this girl, is safe. She doesn't fall for any scammy I get these messages like every day from agencies like, hello there, we can help increase your revenue by 200%.
Those are the worst.
And all they want to do is chat for you. Like, I don't want you chatting for me. I don't want someone to pretend to be me. That's weird.
No.
Like, unless you're going to sit here and tell me about the Instagram algorithm and the Twitter algorithm and how to get through that and get through to people and like make content, then you're not a real agency. You're just trying to like get an easy scoop of 20% of my income.
No, that's exactly it. Like,
if you have an OnlyFans, ladies, don't get a agency. They are scam artists. They're fakes. Don't do it. I had these people reach out to me trying to work with me, and I was considering working with them. I ended up modeling some stuff for them on the runway, and I just kept hearing horror stories about them. And like, I told them I don't want chatting. And that was the only thing they could really offer. And I'm like, this is really strange. And they just, I didn't go through with it. It's not a smart bet. Just don't do it.
Nope, I agree. And
they're basically paying some dude in India or like China or whatever pennies on the dollar to take 20 to 30% of your income. Don't do it.
Yep. And it's funny too, because they, act like they can get you all this extra money, but they don't actually have a plan to. And any of the girls that I subscribe to that use those services, it's very obvious and it's very spammy and it's very annoying.
Yeah.
And I unsub because I'm like, this is not at all what I want to be seeing.
Yeah. I tried it and I'm like, I don't like this. This feels weird. It feels, also, they just aren't creative either. Like, they just put out the most explicit sounding stuff that no one sounds like. And it's just like,
least of all, same, like, least of all
this.
Me. Yeah. Like, I would never say something like that. That sounds ridiculous.
They did not last long. And then I felt bad. And then so I offered everybody a free subscription because I felt bad because I let these people have access, which, by the way, they weren't supposed to chat with me too. Like, they went against their contract. I told them specifically, I want you to go over my OF stuff and tell me how I can improve my content and how I can be better about putting stuff out there. And I mainly hired them to do Instagram work and Twitter work. And instead, they sent in a bunch of people to start sending out stuff for me as me. And I'm like, why are you doing this? I do not like this. So I changed my password. And then they referred to me as a nightmare to work with simply because I didn't like that they were trying to lie to my fans.
I hate that.
It really bothered me. So, and the
Hate
thing
that.
is, a lot of these agencies, they only actually work for creators who are making like millions and are extremely famous. So, like, there's just no point.
Well,
if
it
you're a
makes
small
sense.
creator.
No, it makes sense for those bigger creators because there's absolutely no way you'd be able to get in and answer any of your messages. There's just no way that would happen.
Mhm.
So, because I mean, can you imagine how many messages they get every day? That's a
Well,
full-time job.
I will say this. I get like thousands of messages a day of people trying to talk to me. And even that's overwhelming. But I just say, hey, if you're trying to get my attention, if you tip me a little bit, then it's going to go straight to the top.
I mean, that's kind of the problem, this staying in my inbox is because I do so many different things. And I know some people get upset about this. Most people don't, because most people are fans of across like a lot of the stuff that I do. But because I do so many different things, I'm not just sitting there all day on OnlyFans.
Well, you can't.
Man, yeah, I don't have time. There's no way. So same. I kind of like, I try to get on there a couple times a week at least. Sometimes it ends up being once a week. And I'm like, okay, let me just try to I like sit down and I have a day where I'm like, okay, let me try to get through everything. And some people are upset about it. Most people aren't though. Most people are not at all.
Well, I'm on there every day, but the problem is that OnlyFans inboxes, by the way, if you aren't a creator, you might not realize this, suck. And so many messages get hidden. And the only way to guarantee that I see that message is like a tip. If it's just $1 or $2, it automatically sends it to the top. So if it's really a big thing, you really want to talk to me that day, you have to hear from me. That's the best way you can do it. But OnlyFans will literally hide people's messages.
I know.
Or like put them in this giant froth, right? I can't see them.
So I've had that happen before where I noted like it popped up later and it was someone that had messaged me like months before. And I was like, I didn't see this. I felt horrible because I never let it get that bad. Like I never go months. So that I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And it is OnlyFans is just an asshole. Like, I don't know why it does that, but the inbox
isn't that great either. Fansly's not that great either. It's not.
Mm-mm.
I also don't appreciate that on OnlyFans because I'm a cosplayer and I like horror. I like a lot of fake blood. I can't use fake blood in any of my stuff.
I know.
And so I'm like, I have to like, when I did my Patrick Bateman, I had to label it as paint splatter, which it was technically.
They have weird rules and I don't know. It's such a bummer because it really limits your creativity.
Yeah.
I know.
Because the raincoat, you can tell it's paint splatter because that's what I used for his raincoat.
Yeah.
But it's just, I had to basically message them and say, oh, by the way, this is a paint splatter design. You know, like to make sure, because Patrick Bateman did oh my God, my Patrick Bateman set, chef kiss. Oh, I did my first ever fully nude professional photographer.
I want to see that. That sounds amazing.
I was so proud of it. I was like,
oh,
if I don't make money off this, I'll be so sad.
I love it. That sounds awesome.
Professional photographers are so expensive, by the way. Like,
I know.
It's insane. I think I paid like to get that Patrick shoot done was like $400.
Woo! Yeah, no, that's why I shoot all my own content.
People be like, oh, I don't just like the phone stuff. I want like really good quality stuff, and it's like, well, it's gonna be more expensive because I have to pay a professional photographer, and this gets leaked, so I gotta pay a lawyer to get it taken down, and I have to. And it's a lot.
Yeah, I do have explicit content, but the price on it is a lot higher because of that.
Yeah.
It's for that reason. Like anything that's explicit is just going to cost more. It just is.
Also, I noticed that like people who I hate to say it this way, but like people who do tend to pay more, they're less likely to leak stuff because why would you want other people seeing what you paid for free?
Yeah.
You know, and like the thing is, I hate doing that though.
No, me too.
I really hate doing it, but it's like you kind of have to do it because there's always that one jerk out there who's like, I'm gonna like mess with you, and it's just like,
and then and then no, like you said, you have to get a lawyer.
Yeah, I do have a group of like people who are following me on OF who like are just so incredibly nice and understanding, and like
I know, me too. I love them.
I do send them freebies every once in a while because they are really nice. So
Yeah, no, same. There are some people where I'm just like, oh my God, that's how I feel about anyone in my chat here that follows me on YouTube, and typically anyone that follows me on YouTube and also so like just are the best people ever. I don't have that much to complain about. But it's just, keeping up with that stuff is a pain in the ass. But
I also kind of just like, I kind of let it, like, I stopped worrying about it as much, mainly because like my tits are out there. Boo-hoo, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, it's one of those things that it's just, I don't, who cares at this point? I don't care. I'm over caring about that part of it. I'm just trying to do. I am amazing. Thanks. I look at chat and Jay's like, yes. Hi, Jay. What's up, Jay Bama? And Saprophytic, what's up, you guys? James Evans. So the new podcast, we don't have guests on, and it's also in New York. So if Ashton's ever in New York, but it's not a guest podcast. I don't know if, I'm sure they could get it set up if we ever had a guest, but that's not something we've talked about yet.
Are you doing a show with Gas Digital then?
I'm doing a podcast on Gas Digital. It's called True Dat. With and Mike True Dat with this comedian based out of Philly. So we both drive into New York City once every 2 weeks and record together. It is a true crime comedy podcast. So it's like comedy mixed with true crime. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's actually premiering tonight on Gas Digital in like 15 minutes. I know.
What a great promo.
It is such a fun podcast. So I've been having a freaking blast. And then I got booked on, and I'm like ridiculously excited about this, but I got booked on Story Wars. I'm so nervous because that's on Sunday. Because that is a live podcast. And also I didn't realize it had as many views as it does on YouTube. And I looked and I was like, I gotta thank a couple more people, guys. We're almost halfway to bikini. We're at 90. We are 110 away from bikini, 249 tonight, which is like out of control. Ravenclaw for 5 said, Hail Queen Heathen Xia Anderson of Hawaiian Islands of America and Lady Ashton of the land of Florida. Hope that's still correct. Happy Friday. Can't wait what you two will talk about. Love, Asian simp. Thank you, Asian simp. And RJP also with another 5 after that to get us to 90. RJP, thank you so much.
I should warn you, I do have to go at 8 o'clock. I am so sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good.
It's 10 o'clock your time. But
all good. Whenever you got to jump off. And 10 is like, it was that. So I started at 9, 10. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do another.
In like 12 minutes, I got to go, basically. I forgot one of my friends is doing like a burlesque competition tonight, and I promised her I'd be there. And I'm like,
no. All good in the hood. Let's do one more before you go. Okay, so this person said, I've been dating someone new for about 4 months. She's incredible. She's had way more sexual partners than me. I married my high school sweetheart and was with her for 25 years, but she and I have incredible chemistry together. She has a close friend, female. She's had a couple experiences with, including providing oral to the same guy a few times. She's often joked that maybe someday I'll get lucky. I have not met this friend in person yet, but I will this weekend. We're all going to dinner and a show. There was a question of how to split up the dinner bill and theater tickets since it's basically a menage a trois. I said I'd grab it all, but jokingly said, you'll be expected to put out. She laughed it off and sent me a screenshot of her friend saying, absolutely, I've slept with guys for way less than dinner and theater tickets. And now she's toying with me going, the best part is you don't know if I'm serious or messing with you. I don't know how to proceed here. I'm assuming my best move is to assume it's a joke and be pleasantly surprised if it's not. And he said, am I being offered a threesome?
I don't know. I would say to just not expect anything. I mean, if he wants a threesome, I'd be more awkward if he was uncomfortable by her wanting a threesome. But like, if he wants one and she offers it and all parties are comfortable,
go for it.
I don't see a problem with any of this situation.
Yeah, I think this is one where it's just, he said, don't expect it, take it as a joke, but if it happens, be pleasantly surprised. It seems like it's very possible.
I think he kind of already knows what to do. I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. Okay, let's do another one then, because that one's such a...
That was so easy.
That was so easy. He's like...
Wow, what a difficult life this man has.
I know, how horrible for him. Okay, so I recently started an OF account to try and make some extra money, but it hasn't really helped much at all yet. Within the first week of making it, someone subbed to me and was buying everything on the account. I didn't think much about it. I just assumed someone found me and subbed. But more and more as time went on, I believe it's my brother who subbed. They typed the same and they sent me a dick pic. They paid me to see it. And I swear in the background, it's the same blanket he has in our home. I'm almost positive it's him. What should I do? Do I just block and ignore it? Or do I stop answering the messages from the account? I'm extremely confused about what to do. Oh my God. How do you confirm that?
I would go to her brother and be like, hey, isn't this crazy? This guy who's like on my OnlyFans, like, don't give a shit if like your brother knows you have OnlyFans or not. It's like so crazy. This guy on my OnlyFans is spending hundreds of dollars on me, and he's got like the same blanket as you. Isn't that crazy? And see what he says.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then block his ass depending on how your brother reacts.
Your mom's deep anus says this is a shit post, and I'm likely to agree with that because that's insane.
No, I don't know, because I have a friend who's on OF and she found out her cousin was subscribed to her.
Oh no.
Because I guess like, so she had an agency, and so she had no idea like the agency was like that's the reason I will not work with an agency, is because they'll have these whole other conversations with people that you don't know you're having, basically.
Well, yeah.
The agency was talking to her cousin, basically, like flirting and stuff, and he didn't reveal that he was her cousin until like later, because he was like, I feel like we have a special connection, and like whatever people say, like we can move past. Like he thought like they were falling in love with each other through her OnlyFans, basically, and like confronted her saying, I just want you to know that I'm in love with you, and like I don't want us to like worry about what people are going to think about this. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she goes, this is me on your OnlyFans. She goes, the fuck? I never said that. Like, and then she had to block him. Like, she was considering suing him for therapy, all kinds of stuff. So like, honestly, like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, that's that's my biggest fear, is that like somebody, like, not even somebody that like I know, but like somebody that like I know a little too personal is following me on there. Like, if I find out like a close friend of mine is following me on OF, I block them.
Yeah.
Because, like, I do have like a public service announcement. Like, if you start, I'm an entertainer. If you get a little too serious, if you start developing feelings for me, please know that you will be put on a timeout. Like, this is strictly like, this is for entertainment purposes. Or, you know, like, I will be cordial, be friendly with whoever, but like if there's a certain kind of chatting going on, it's strictly for entertainment purposes. Like, nothing real is happening here, because I feel like a lot of women do exploit the fantasy that happens in OF, which I get your back, but it's very dangerous for both parties, honestly. Like, it's very dangerous, and it's not just, for one, it's morally wrong, because you're exploiting someone who is like basically like garnering feelings for someone he's never met, or she's never met. But it's also like, I've had stalkers in the past. I've had people who like did not understand boundaries, even when I set said boundaries. And it just got really dangerously quick. So I'm really big on like reminding people, hey, this is a fantasy. This is not real. Like, we can be friends. We can like have fun conversations on stream. But like, you don't know me. I am not a person that you know. You can come visit me at conventions if a convention is in your area, and just say hi and be a nice human being. But like, this is entertainment. And I'm very big on like making sure people understand that, because I don't want anyone to get hurt. And like, it gets so bad. I've heard too many horror stories.
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful. I agree. You definitely have to be careful with that. I think for the most part, and I've been lucky so far that I haven't really dealt with that there, because I think most people are just appreciate it for what it is. At least that's what it seems to be. But I'm also just like a ridiculous Frank. I know way too much. I'm also an open book, but I'm an open book everywhere. I'm an open book on my streams. On YouTube, I'm an open book on podcasts. Like, I'm just very unapologetically myself and very open about everything. And that's just kind of part of the whole thing. But it seems like for the most part, I haven't really struggled with that, thankfully. So
yeah, I'm very public about being married, because
same. I'm just like not trying to hide
because
it.
I don't want to like people, because you know, I understand there's like a reason a lot of girls that I personally know who are secretly married and don't tell people, because they recognize they can make a lot of money off people who think they have the chance of dating them. But
I don't like doing that. I don't. That feels icky.
I don't. And one, I started doing it. actually was telling people I was married before I officially got married, because I was like, there was a couple people who started showing up at conventions and getting a little too odd. And so that's why I started telling people because, I was kind of already engaged, but like, I'm going to just start saying I'm married, I'm taken, because I need people to kind of just back off. But it was kind of a safety thing for me, but also just like, I'm not going to lie, and I've seen too many horror, like with Amaranth,
Yes.
that poor girl going through that whole thing, and obviously not fully poor girl, because she still purposely avoided telling people, but it gets way too dangerous. It gets way too testy,
Yeah, no, and also I'm just not, I don't know, I'm not really good at like lying or leading double or like trying to be
Yeah,
I can't, I'm not good at it. I don't do it well.
I'm carrying my heart on my sleeve.
Same.
I carry my heart on my sleeve too easily. I feel like I'm also just way too, as Chrissy would say, I'm too autistic. I can't walk into a room without completely changing the subject to some BS that nobody else cares about, because my brain is just too wired to be focused on a certain thing, right? And so like when I was in conservative media, I was told I had to play a certain character, play a certain part, be a certain person, and I couldn't do it. And it got to the point where it was affecting me mentally. I refused to kind of go down that path again. I just can't do it. But yeah, should we do one more?
Let's do one more. Let's do one more before you head out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was a good one too. All right. So let's see. My sister invited me and my friend to go with her and her friend on a week for a week on vacation. We talked about budgets and locations, and I booked a hotel with my card. We started a group chat and I put out the information for the hotel with the total cost and the breakdown per person 2 months before the trip. During the trip, there were a few activities we wanted to do together, so I put those on my card. It was just easier to buy 4 tickets in one booking. Makes sense. Within 2 days of the trip ending, I posted what everyone owed me. None of it should have been a surprise, as all were included in the choosing of the activities. My sister and my friend paid me back immediately, but my sister's friend is not cooperating. We are now 2 months past, and she is not responding anymore. Do I tell my sister? Do I write it off? I don't want to cause conflict, but I'm owed $400. Woo!
$400 is not little money. I was expecting more, because if you're booking a hotel, booking activities, and booking like tickets and stuff, I was expecting like $2,000, $3,000.
Yeah, well, if it's 400 per person, I guess
that's $1,200.
Yeah,
it
would be
$1,600. $1,600.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's maybe checks out depending on where they're on vacation and what kind of activities they were doing. Like I remember when I was in 5th grade, we did a field trip to this hotel and swam with the dolphins, and it was like $80 a kid or something like that. Now this was obviously a long time ago, so I don't know what it would be now, but you can still, depending on the activity, it could be a little cheaper.
But if you're on a girls trip, I feel like 400 isn't that like high. I feel like it's pretty low. Like again, like when I think of girls like planning like trips together, it gets expensive. Like our trip to just the Poconos, where like the whole cabin was paid for by the studio, and we still had to fork out towards dinners and stuff and whatnot.
Yeah,
that went above $400 for like the most of us. For some of us, yeah, well, yeah, because like mind you, like we're able to do it because it was like a business trip for a lot of us. But like it's just, I'm imagining this girls' trip. Did they say booking flights or just hotel?
It said she booked the flights, hotel, and activities, I guess. Yeah.
Flights, hotels, activities to $400. That's
You're
so
right.
cheap.
That
is insane. Because like my flight alone from Florida to New Jersey that one weekend was over $400. So where are they flying to?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. So it's obviously, so it was the hotel. She booked the hotel with her card. So maybe they all shared a room. So okay, maybe that's like if they all got double beds. But like I've done that before.
But even then, like a hotel is around like $300 to $400 a night.
Oh God, I only stay at hotels that are 200 or under. we do some searching.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I've done that, but it depends on like I guess where they are. So like if they're
It depends
lower,
where they are. Yeah.
but still, even then, 200 a night. There's no, I mean, like, even honestly, that girl should have been at least expecting to pay around $400, $500, $600 for a girl's trip. So like that's not crazy to me. Like
No.
she should have known she was forking out like.
Yeah, no, the fact that she just like didn't, her sister and her friend paid her back immediately, but her sister's friend is just not yeah, she shouldn't let this go. She should talk to her sister about it and be like, dude, your friend owes me $400. That's crazy.
Because the thing is, whenever I do like group trips, because when I do conventions, we do like Dragon Con and different conventions. Yeah. When I usually get the statement for the hotel, I make sure I pay before I join the hotel, because if I don't pay my share of the hotel, I'm not getting that space in the hotel. I'm not going.
Right.
I'll be kicked out of the group chat, basically.
Right.
So you pay for your hotel before you even like.
She should have had her pay beforehand. That's, yeah, everybody should have paid beforehand.
Or you're kicked out. That's what I,
yeah.
If someone pays for my drink because they put on a tab, I instantly go to Venmo within the hour.
Yeah. Yeah. No, same. I've never like owed, I don't like owing people money. If I do owe people money, it stresses me out and I'm like paying them back as soon as I possibly can. Yeah. This girl just sounds like an asshole. She also shouldn't let it go. If that's her sister's friend, I would say something to her sister.
Yeah.
Because that's messed up.
Shitty friends in this.
There are a lot of shitty friends in general. God. I mean, geez, that kind of stuff happens all the time. It's unfortunate. And your mom's Banus, you're right. I'll never understand why people want to go on vacation with friends that they don't bang it out with. You mean like nail down the stuff beforehand? I don't know. That's how I feel. Like it's just expected to be like, hey, we need to.
You know what, too? Though it's kind of her. Here's the thing. I'm not saying it's her fault because she should get her money back, but there's always one person who's designating the flights, one person designating the hotel, one person paying for all the activities, one person paying for all certain stuff. That way everybody owes someone something. So nobody is like left in the dust with this giant bill.
Yeah, no, that's not cool. No, he does. He means like banging, like actually banging them. I guess as a guy, maybe you'd feel that way. I've gone on vacation with lots of friends that I haven't banged.
Do you sir bang your male friends when you go camping? Is there a little Brokeback Mountain going on? Is that what he's saying?
Oh, that explains. Yeah, that explains a lot. I get it.
It's not gay, but only happens on the mountain, Xia.
That, you know what? That's a good point. If it's the mountain, it's not. That makes sense. That's a good rule. I like that. I like that rule. Makes perfect sense. Oh my God, that's so funny. But am I a guy? That's a good question. Are you a guy? I don't know. It's not gay. It's just two dudes helping each other out, Russell. No. Oh my God. It's only gay if you're wearing socks. What are these rules? These rules are hilarious.
It's only gay if there's eye contact.
That's what I always thought. If there's no eye contact, it's not gay.
You're not gay.
Right. Exactly. Then it's like not that big of a deal as long as they can't see what's happening, which is why I understand now why if it's doggy style, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. Oh my gosh.
That's not gay. It's just experimental.
Yeah.
if you're imagining it's a woman putting their fingers up there, then it's a woman, right?
That, you know what if he has very slender fingers? Yeah. He could have very slender fingers.
Some men like being pegged by a woman. So what's the difference? If it's a man in a skirt behind you.
If you're getting pegged by a woman, is that gay? Something's going up there, but it's still a lady. It's still a lady. Just saying. I'm just saying. That's an excellent point. I like this. Daniel, on my 21st birthday, I was a lad's holiday. I can assure you I did not F my brother. It's a little gay. You knew. No, thanks. It's gay. No, they don't like that. Gay. Or he's like, actually, that's super gay. But it's still a lady, though. That's all I'm saying. Ashton, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. You're
Thank you for having
awesome.
me.
Of course.
I will come on anytime you need me to.
Yay.
Sorry I have no working mic right now. It's a little funny, but
no, it's all good. It sounds great. It looks great. You always look good. Where can everybody find you and follow you before you go watch some sexy burlesquing?
You can follow me on Instagram and are we calling it Twitter now since Trump and Elon Musk are fighting? Like, what's the deal with that?
I ever really stopped calling it Twitter.
Well, I've always called it Twitter.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter at the Ashton Blaise. I spelled it properly for you. Oh, there. You can follow me there on my socials, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye. CW, that's why I'm saying the gay part is the two people of the same gender. But if you're getting pegged from a lady, I mean, it's not a real peen up there. It's like a plastic one. It's a plastic one. That was Ashton. Ashton, thanks for, I'm saying thank you. She's already gone. Thanks for joining us, Ashton. This was a very fun Unqualified Experts. I have to pee and grab my chapstick. I will be right back. By the way, True Dat is premiering on Gas Digital right now. So if you have a second monitor and you want to put it up, I don't need this in my ear hole anymore. And you want to put it up, that would be fantastic. Hi, Holocron Library Fox. Hi, MA. MA, I think that's just butt blasting, right? Like, oh, well, I don't, that's, no, I think it's just butt blasting, I guess. Maybe. But I'm gonna, if you're getting pegged, it's because you want a peen up there. But what if you don't? What if you're like, I don't want a flesh peen, I just want a plastic peen? I'm just saying. All right, I'm gonna pee. I will be right back. I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna grab my chapstick. We are almost halfway to bikini. We are 105 away from bikini. 249 if the streak continues, which means the next one is 250. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna stream tomorrow night or not. I should. Because Sunday I'm going in to do Story Wars. So I'm trying to figure, or if I should like maybe stream on Monday night. I kind of haven't figured that one out yet. I have like a lot of stuff coming up. Anyway, I'll be right back. Is the point that I was saying. Jason, I'm going to lose my whole channel. Is it gay every time a woman eats a clam? That could also just be experimental. I don't know. Now I want cake. I started my diet. I've done gluten-free and I've eaten really healthy for the past 2 days. 2 days. All right. I will be right back. It's only gay with an actual clam if you lick it. That's what I was going to say. Okay. All right. So, in honor of TrueDat being TrueDat premiering tonight, Nick chose a true crime question. So I actually wanted to answer this one. So we'll keep doing some questions and, just continue our usual regular fun stream. Okay. Ever since my wife got into true crime, she low-key thinks I'm going to murder her over things like dishes. We used to have a normal life. Now she won't go to sleep unless she hears the front door lock and click 3 times. If I take too long in the bathroom, she assumes I'm dismembering something. I left my phone face down once and she spent the night Googling psychopath micro expressions. Every time I talk about fixing the basement, she looks like she's bracing for a cold case. Yesterday, I said we need to talk, and she opened her notes app like she's preparing for a trial. I think I'm in love with a woman who thinks she's in a Netflix doc. I love her, but I'm with someone who now trusts Dateline more than me. How do you convince your wife you're just a guy with poor dish habits, not a guy with victims? That's like a whole other level of, oh my God, a whole other level of paranoia. I don't even know how you get there. Who did this? Frank, are you serious? Are you actually serious? Wow. Frank, you just dropped 2 pink boys in a row and said hello again, hello again. Holy crap. Hi, K-Max. Holy crap. It says Frank. It says Frank. Frank, you did something. Who is it? A different Frank? Is it a different Frank? Frank, you literally got us 5 away. Hi, K-Max. Franklin, are you Franklin just pink boy, pink boy, pink boy. He's just like, bam, pink boy. Pink, so pink it matches my skirt that's actually red. Yeah, Ashton had to go. Nickel Flirch. How did this happen? Thank you, Scruggs. What's up? I'm excited. Oh, you can't pause rewind on gas. Okay, Scrub Score. Thank you so much. I had an awesome time on Zach's Morning Zoo. I always loved going on my last podcast. I freaking love Zach. I mean, he's honestly one of my favorite people. And that was a really fun show. Franklin, you just did it again. Mott got one. Still, MA does not have one. Franklin, you just single-handedly got us to this. I'm blur. We hit bikini is what I'm saying. I'm going to put a bikini on. We're going to answer this question here because this lady is absolutely insane. I agree with what Sasha said in the chat too. He said something along the lines of like, this woman needs to stop it. She thinks she's a detective, but she's bad at it. It sounds so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Okay, so we'll get back to that one. You guys, Franklin, you're absolutely amazing. Seriously, thank you so much. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna put a bikini on. I will be right back. Holy crap. K-Max, I cannot stream on Sunday because I'm doing a podcast in the city on Sunday, so I have to change it. So I'm thinking tomorrow night or Monday night. I'm gonna think about it and I'll make sure to let everybody know. But yeah, doing a podcast in the city. Okay, I'll be right back. also, I didn't see it before I got up. RJP, also, thank you so much for another 5 from Mr. RJP. Somehow the goal was going to be reached. RJP and Frank are like, no, we're doing this. We're doing it. The goal's happening. Thank you. I feel like it's been a little while since we've done this bikini. This is one of my favorites, and I thought we should celebrate a little bit because we're at 249, which is out of control. You heathens are absolutely incredible. Also, have to thank all of you Zunts because that is just like elite level supporting the channel on top of what you already support. Healer, I think his downgraded already, but still, last month I didn't thank Healer, Ashley, Frank S, K9 Taze, Remy, Bartholomew, and RJP. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel to the level that you do. It seriously means so much to me. And I am going to get some special member streams going soon. I'm sorry. I've been with the new podcast and then going back down into the city so much. Things got so crazy there for a second. But I'm going to get it together and find a day to do some fun streams. I'm thinking of doing some game streams, considering playing maybe Oblivion or the new Doom game. So we'll do some fun stuff. Hi, Hotep. Ashton had to go. She had to go. Tara Crystal, thank you so much. Which I'm sad because I love Ashton, but she's so sweet and she's so much fun. She said she'd come back on anytime. So we'll get her on again soon. Next week, I had to talk to someone about coming on. Who the heck was it? No, Franklin. Yes, I will. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Guys, support my channel so much. It's out of control is what I'm trying to say. It's out of control. Anyway, Emma, I wonder if this lady is just trolling her husband and it's a long con to get her husband all whipped. I mean, I'm going to read it again because this is truly batshit. Ever since my wife got into true crime, she low-key thinks I'm going to murder her over things like dishes. We used to have a normal life. And so I feel that's so sad. We used to have a normal life. Now she won't go to sleep unless she hears the front door lock and click 3 times. If I take too long in the bathroom, she assumes I'm dismembering something. He's just taking a poo and he's sitting there taking a poo and reading his phone. Like that's, if any guy's ever in the bathroom for a long time, it's either that or he's jerking off. Like it's one or the other. Yeah, he's doing the goo. So this is hilarious that's what she thinks. Pulling his pud. That's a good one, Nick. Thank you. Pulling his pud. Hi, Billy. I told Chody that you want him on. He said you'd have to answer your text to make that happen. I haven't not answered my text from him. The last ones I think he sent me. Where are they? Yeah, we talked. He was telling me about his merch and then I got distracted by something and didn't answer. But it wasn't like a question. Before that, we talked for like a while. I don't not answer Cody's messages. But anyway. I just haven't texted him about coming on. I will. He's doing the goo. Okay, so I left my phone face down once and she spent the night Googling psychopath micro expressions, which by the way, like I sometimes put my phone down and I don't even think about how I put it down, like top down, like I just throw it down. And sometimes it lands like that, or like sometimes if you're sleeping, you put it down so that the screen doesn't go off and wake. Like this is hilarious. Every time I talk about fixing the basement, she looks like she's bracing for a cold case. So don't do anything in the basement, apparently. Yesterday, I said we need to talk, and she opened her notes app like she's preparing for a trial. I think I'm in love with a woman who thinks she's in a Netflix doc. I love her, but I'm with someone who now trusts Dateline more than me. How do you convince your wife you're just a guy with poor dish habits, not a guy with victims? I mean, you shouldn't have to convince your wife that you're not a murderer. Like, I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I don't get it. Fixing the basement sounds like code for something. Yeah, right? Like what in the basement are you fixing? Are you doing a wall? Just like fixing the basement? No, yeah, I don't know what she needs to stop watching true crime because it sounds like she can't handle it. Yeah, she needs to go to therapy. Cuz like I watch true crime and the only thing that it makes me paranoid about is okay, so we did cover one and this hasn't come out yet, but it will be coming out. We did cover one episode where it was a male nurse who basically it was a nurse who was going around killing people, and like that might freak me out a little bit. Like he was injecting them with stuff that might freak me out a little bit. Oh, MA, maybe. Guys get hairy down there. Homie needs to start going out late at night and change up his hair routines and stuff to freak her out, right? He should just start doing weird stuff to freak her out. No, but that might cause her to do something crazy, because from the sounds of it, she's like already kind of going off the deep end here. I don't really understand how any of these things are like make a serial killer. Like I don't understand, Frank. I don't understand how that would make her think that that's what he's doing. I don't know. I don't get it. It's very strange. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you shouldn't have to you shouldn't have to convince your wife that you're a serial killer. Like, especially if you haven't done anything to like legitimately to make her think that. He should definitely ask her about their life insurance policy. That doesn't cover, like, if someone gets murdered, life insurance doesn't cover that, I would imagine, right? It's the same thing with like unaliving yourself or stuff like that. That's not covered, because it's obviously you could put out a hit, you could do whatever. There has to be lines with that kind of stuff. Like, life insurance is probably looking for reasons not to pay out. Terra Crystal, you know, some do, I guess. I feel like you grow up and you get to a point where you have to mature past that. Otherwise, you're going to have a really hard time in life. I feel like maybe that's something that younger girls like, and hopefully they learn their lesson and are like, this is actually not what I want at all. Franklin is a holy cat. That just sounds like a different type of swear instead of holy shit. Holy cat! Depends on how long you've had the policy before the sewer slide. They do pay out, though. For if someone gets like killed, what if it's not like a car accident or they get sick or anything like that? I mean, I guess maybe if it's like a legit murder, then that makes sense. I don't know though. If she was any good at true crime, she would realize getting into the mind of a serial killer is impossible. Everyone has a different motive. There isn't a top 10 signs your boyfriend is going to kill you. Yeah, Daniel, that's a good point too. And you would know because you get really into that. This kind of stuff makes me feel a little bit better because I have anxiety and I can be a little bit paranoid, but obviously not that paranoid, because I've never worried about that in my life, thank God. You know, it's so insane. Well, in the business world, nice guys do win. Apparently, success there depends on getting along with people. Well, yeah. Does the nice nerdy guy stand a chance? Yeah. I mean, K-Max, yes. I married one. Like, that to me is yes, like 1,000%. It just depends on the girl, I guess. It's funny how many times people have taken a life insurance policy out on their spouse a month before ending them, right? Like, that seems so suspicious and insane. Like, why do you think you're going to get away with that? It's not very well thought out. If you off yourself within like 18 months of taking out the policy, then no. If you had it for years, yeah. Really? I'm so shocked. I always thought that was like just a non-negotiable. If you do that, you don't get it, just ever. I may have a game I play when I'm bored around other people where I guess who is the serial killer in the group. Well, that's the thing that you're really, can you think, this is the stuff I think about. I don't worry about it being like, I don't worry about Nick being a serial killer. But what I would worry about is how many times you pass a serial killer or someone who's murdered someone just on the streets, you know? Like how often? And you just don't know. That's so wild. Thank you, RJP. Thank you so much. I've definitely softened up a tad, which again, I'm going to work on. We're going to do a little bit of leaning out. But I have been, for a couple of reasons. I know I'm working on getting my sleep schedule good, which I messed it all up today. I couldn't keep my eyes open before the stream. So after dinner at like 8, at 7, 7. I passed out for like 40 minutes. I was just so tired. I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to stream if I don't get a little bit of sleep. So, oh, Franklin, no. Franklin, no. I understand. I completely understand. That's what I've been doing. And that's why I'm riding the struggle bus, but that's horrible, Frank. I completely understand, but I hate hearing that. Is there anything that like helps to see? That's the thing. I hate this because I know depression. I know depression. I live in it all the time. And there's no magical thing that makes it better. And that's why I hate being like, well, have you tried this? It's like, yeah, I've tried all of those fucking things. I exercise regularly. I try like all the bullshit that you're supposed to try. And some things help a little bit, but for the most part, it's just depression. Like, I don't know. It sucks. And so I just hope that you come out of it soon. Cause that really sucks. I fucking hate it. Maybe talk to someone. Daniel, as long as they don't try it on you. Hi, mindless self-indulgence. Welcome to the stream. How long am I dieting for, Slosher? I'm going to see how I go for 4 weeks. So I want to do it for the entire month of June, and see how it goes for 4 weeks. I'm going to see how, if I can keep my calories the way that I'm going to try to keep them under 1,500. That's kind of my goal, somewhere between 1,400 to 1,500, and then go from there. And I'm going to do that for 4 weeks and see how it goes. I realistically, I just want to lose about 3 pounds. And so maybe 3, maybe 4 if I want to like lean out a little bit more. Yeah. You know what? Have you tried heroin? Hey, Terra Crystal, that's amazing. Mindless, don't tell anyone. Terra Crystal, that's awesome. Okay, Franklin. I eat 1,500 calories in my sleep. Sleep eating is a thing, by the way. Oh my God. Billy, no. No stuffing my face at Story Wars. Okay, Franklin. Did it help a little bit? Hi, Sam Adams. What's up? I wish I could press the button, but I can't press the button. You guys. Oh, with a question mark, but it's a tentative yes, but it's still a yes. Oh, heck. K-Max with a golden shower, boy. K-Max, thank you. Xia, not from a political place, but from a personality standpoint. What did you think of the Trump versus Elon Musk drama? I just found that out yesterday on Twitter. I was like, what the hell? Xia, just think if they were both women, would they have drama like this over money and electric vehicle tax credits? This is the kind of stuff I miss, whatever it was, but yes. Oh, Frank, no. It's this. It was this. It's so terrible, but I hope it helps just a little bit. Okay. Anyway, I hope it helped a tiny bit. Just a little bit. K-Max. Okay, this question, you're very welcome. It was absolute nonsense, but I hope it was absolute nonsense that helped just like a tiny bit. My true choices seem to eat and be miserable, or diet and be miserable. RJP, that's why I like to try to do I'm going to try to do my cut and then do a reverse diet. And usually once I get to a place where I'm not, like, I was just kind of doing what Frank was doing and just horrifically depressed and eating like hot garbage and just not doing well at all. As long as I don't do that, I can have a pretty like nice sort of balanced diet, where I can still eat things that I enjoy and have treats and stuff here and there while keeping an overall healthy diet. So it really, I think you can do it. You can find that balance. It's just hard. So it's just that part, as long as you're not overdoing it. Okay. So am I team what? Team Elon or team Trump? Honestly, I don't think I really have a horse in this race because I'm still kind of trying to figure out what is going on. It's a weird thing. So I guess now Elon Musk is talking all this smack about Trump and tariffs, and to be honest with you, I'm not political or smart enough to really understand. Like, people talk about how tariffs are good, they talk about how they're bad. To me, they don't seem that bad, but maybe I'm just an idiot. So I don't know. It's all of this rhetoric back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and everybody has their side. And I'm just sitting there kind of reading over everything, being like, is it going to plunge us into a depression? I don't really know. Is it not? Is it going to be good? I know how I feel about taxes. We need to be lowering taxes, and I hope that happens. But otherwise, I don't really know. That's my honest answer, is I don't really know. It's funny to watch, and it's always funny to hear the like, women can't be president crowd, because they'll get into some drama, and then I'm watching this unfold between two grown men, and it's hysterical. If they were both women, I'm sure they would also have drama like that. I don't think that any of that stuff is gender specific. I don't think getting into fights or getting pissy, like, guys do it just as much as girls, I think, and vice versa. Like, I don't know. I don't think that's a very gender specific thing, but clearly one of them is on their, one or both is on their period or something. But yeah, I guess Elon's pissed because Trump took out the whole electric car mandate, which I actually personally, I agree with that. People should be able to drive whatever car they want. Not everyone can afford an electric car. And also, what's going to happen when everyone has an electric car and no way to charge it? The grid's going to blow out. I remember that in LA was a really big issue, where they were trying to tell people not to charge their electric cars because the grid was getting overworked, and it was already hot. There were rolling blackouts. Like, I feel like that's going to become a problem. If they're both women, everyone would be yelling, take her top off, put him in some jello. Maybe they're trolling everyone, deranged lunatic. I don't know. I like Elon and Trump, but to have this disagreement in public is ridiculous. I agree, RJP. It makes them look very childish. It's very silly. I'm on Elon's side, opposing the big, beautiful bill. Trump once not saying he has altruistic reasons, but at the base of the argument, he is right. So you think that the one big, beautiful bill is not good, mindless? See, the only thing I know about the bill is the tax thing, and I think that's good. But yeah, I don't know. Came out against the RV subsidies repeatedly in the past. So wait, what are they upset about then? What's the fight about? See, this is why I'm so confused. Terra Crystal, I believe that bullshit. When I was there, anytime it would get too hot, there were these rolling blackouts. It was ridiculous. Okay, but Trump started it with the big bill that's cutting out Musk, so he was going to be pissed either way. That's what I thought. I thought it cut out Elon Musk. So I'm not sure. Deranged lunatic, I want the $5,000 too. They said it was one possibility. Did they ever actually say they were going to do it? They were like, that's one way we could get money back to people. I want it. That could help me get teeth. The entire U.S. needs a grid upgrade instead of trying to keep dying infrastructure, just barely going. Dan Nouveau, don't even get me started. That is 1,000 times yes. We keep focusing. Same thing with like, oh my God. Public transportation infrastructure, just in general, infrastructure needs to be upgraded. It's crazy. I'm sad Trump and Musk broke up. I hope they get back together one day and start going on dates again. You know what? I can see this being one of those toxic on again, off again things. Big, beautiful bill. Omnibus bills are bad because there's so much pork fat and riders and horse trading to get it passed. It's just shopping lists of political slop. That's every bill. That's every single bill. And I know that it helped a lot of people, but it was an absolute nightmare, the Obamacare thing, because it was one of those bills and they had to compromise and go back and forth. Whatever they did, it was a fucking nightmare for a lot of people. No, K-Max, I don't get Twitter payouts. I don't get enough interaction for Twitter payouts. I don't spend enough time on Twitter. Thanks, Hatebreed. Team Xia, let's go. Hand thing. No, Trump wants to raise government spending, and any Republican like Rand Paul and Thomas Massie, Trump would come out against the whole point of Doge was to cut government spending. Wait, so why does he want to raise government now? I'm so confused. He wants to raise government spending. Oh, not really. I'm okay. And now he wants to, I thought he wanted to lower it. Yeah, I'm confused. I'm so confused. That's why this stuff is, you have to pay a lot of attention to it, and I just don't have the energy for it. I'm already depressed. Hey, there it is. It's working. I am, you know what? I'm sorry. I trained not to see it. I gotta like actively look for it or remind me. That's what I don't understand, RJP. That's what I don't get it. I don't get it. We're getting income tax. People who own houses are getting property tax. You get taxed when you buy things on money that's already been taxed. Like it's so much taxes. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you? Does YouTube get a piece of your membership money? Frank, yeah, they get 30%. YouTube gets 30% of everything. Super chats, memberships, all of it. Hi, Plotbot. Plotbot, I've never gone anywhere. I've been streaming ever since. But yeah, they get 30%. So it's a 30-70 split, which is better than Twitch. Twitch was a 50-50. And I think they tried to take even more. So yeah. I stole that saying from someone on Twitter. RJP, it's a good one. It's a good one. But I want to know too, like, what's happening? Trump wants to make it look good for when it's his ego on the line. So good for the short term, but won't fix the long term. Yeah, well, we need to fix the long term. Yeah, we need to cut down on, we shouldn't be $36 trillion in debt. That's out of control. Especially not necessarily to cut spending, especially 36 trillion in debt. See, has that changed? It was 70-30 of super chats and 55-45 of memberships. I thought it was 70-30 across the board. Hold on. Yeah, 30%. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's always been 30%. Unless they changed it before I was doing it, but it's a 70-30 split. 'Tis a 70-30 split. We certainly do, but always remember that at least you're not as dumb as the Canadians. 4 more liberal years for me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Honestly, I don't know. I think it's getting harder and harder for people to live, and they need to do something about inflation, and they need to do something about about inflation. They need to do something about stagnating wages. Like there's something, you just need to do something. Mountain Bee Steve, are you in California? It's not that much here. In other parts of the country, it's a lot cheaper. It's just over $3 where I'm at. But if I go down into Jersey, it's under $3. It's like 2 something. 5+ again. I think that's a California thing, unfortunately, which is such a bummer. But gas has never been cheap in Cal. At least, well, I guess not never. Never as long as I lived in California has gas been cheap. Same thing in Hawaii. Gas was never cheap. In other parts of the country, it's a lot cheaper, thankfully. Mindless. Yeah, the housing crisis is rough. The housing crisis is rough. It's county by county, location matters. Yeah, it does. And we see it's over $4 where I'm at. Oh, damn. Yeah, I guess it really depends. If in parts in Jersey, whenever we drive down to go into the city, $2.69 in Kentucky. That is not bad. That is not bad. I think here it's like it was like $3.17 or something, thankfully. But yeah, I mean, the price of stuff needs to come down. They need to fix inflation a little bit, and the cost of jobs need to go up. I don't know. $2.50 in East Tennessee, which bothered me going to Florida. It was $3.50. Wow, $3.50 in Florida. It's so interesting. And some states have taxes. Andrew, thank you. You're talking about all the different things. I have to stop myself some ranting about, so I'm going to not do the ranting. It's hard not to rant, MA. It's hard. In 2022, it was 7 a gallon in sea. Holy crap. Woo. Yeah, Mountain View Steve, honestly, anywhere helps. Like, we moved farther up, and so yeah, it's harder to get into the city to do things. You know, it's like a full day. It's a long day. I have to plan it. I have to make sure I don't have anything else to do that day. But the trade-offs are nice because it's, you know, housing is cheaper. It's still a little bit pricey, but it's not too bad. And I can still get into the city, you know. Obviously, that's important for like work and career stuff wise. But I'm far enough out where I'm not paying. Like, I couldn't afford to live in or close to the city like I used to, you know? It's just so much. Okay. All right. I want to read this next one. Let's do another one. My wife has an OF, and for a long time it has been $5 a month. I wanted to be supportive, and she told me to subscribe to help boost her numbers. Whatever. She had 44 subscribers for a while. I just found out she's up to 154 subscribers. That's a lot more money per month than I thought. It's not that much. Oh my God. 154 times 5 is 770 minus 0.20, the 20% that they take is 154 minus 154, that's $616 a month. That's like a couple of bills. So why is she having me pay all the bills on my measly pay? Condo, utilities, internet, insurance. All she takes care of is her own car payment and sometimes groceries. She is making more than me per month. How much is he making a month? How are they? Where do they live that they're living off of like $1,100 a month? Now she is raising it to 15 a month. I don't know what she's doing differently, and I don't know much about how that site works, but she is basically tripling her income. Anytime I bring up finances, she just throws a fit and leaves for the night. Part of me wants to support her and maybe make this our main income, but I have no idea what she's doing with all the money. I'm basically dirt poor and she could be helping. Plus, she has been cheating on me for years, and her boyfriends crash here from time to time, and they don't help either. What should I do? This can't be real. This sounds like the most ridiculous rage bait nonsense thing I've ever heard in my life. Deranged lunatic for 2. Maybe Trump and Elon could come on your screen and they could work it out. Wouldn't that be great if you could get them to do cat cow? I would love to see them do cat cow. Frank. Oh my God. Night, Billy. Have a wonderful night. I hope your head feels better and you get some good rest. I know that probably helps. Yeah, Danny, vote that at the end, I was like, this is so stupid. Yeah, I think the guy should be more concerned about his income revenue than hers. Mindless, I agree, but I actually do agree with Mountain Bee Steve a little bit on this as well. Like being yeah, RJP, exactly. This is rage bait nonsense. But if we're answering it seriously, so it's funny. I know couples that don't. I guess it just depends on the couple. I mean, that's a deranged lunatic. That's what I said. There's no way they're living off 1,100 a month. I'm sorry. No. Come on. She's making 600 a month. And that's, by the way, let me just break that down a little bit. People who think, look, some girls make a fudge ton on OnlyFans. Do not get me wrong. But OnlyFans takes 20%. And then you have to pay put aside 30% of that in taxes because you don't get taxes withdrawn. You're responsible for paying those taxes at the end of the year. So if you don't set that money aside, you're going to owe money. So once you get rid of the 20% that OnlyFans takes and the 30% for taxes, she's probably bringing in about $400 extra a month, which for a lot of people is a car payment or maybe groceries for the month or groceries for a few weeks. So like that's not a significant amount of money. I don't care where in the country you live. It could be helpful for extra income, but if this guy is making $300 a month or 400, like I'm sorry, no. This is so stupid. And he's ridiculous to be upset. The other stuff is a whole other thing. It's that like, if they come over and stay, that's our boy. Like, it sounds like like I don't know what that situation is. Franklin just gifted a membership. Yay! Franklin just gifted one XiaLand membership, and it went to Collector's Digest and not MA. And not MA. Hi, Reese. What's up? Yay! He says nice things. Ooh, we're at 222. Yeah, I get 10.99. So Winer Diner 10.99er. Mindless. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The fact that it's blatant, like she's not even hiding it, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, just go. But yeah, so deranged lunatic. Yes, absolutely. That's why it's like a very, like, it's sometimes it can seem like a lot, but once you go through everything, it's not, it's, it's, you're still getting taxed to high shit and stuff. It's not as much as maybe some, but of course there are girls who are on there making straight up millions, and yeah, they're paying a fuck ton in taxes, but because they're so making so much money, so like if you make 2 million a year, if you're losing half of that, you're still making $1 million a year. Like, I wouldn't be complaining. But if you're a smaller creator, it's not as lucrative as maybe some people think. It really does. Mindless. Franklin, I am incorporated. I'm an LLC. Yay. Yeah, no, I have a business credit card. I track my expenses. I do the whole thing. Honestly, it's probably more profitable to be an e-girl on Twitch over OF, at least starting out anyway. Danuvo, maybe, but here's the thing. On Twitch, they take 50% and you still have to pay taxes. So no matter what, if you're on a lower level, if you're a smaller creator, you're really not making as much as, I mean, some of the bigger creators, just because they're making so much. You're making so much. But yeah, this whole thing is ridiculous. But that's the other thing. I guess it just depends on the couple. I know couples whose finances are separated, where they each have their job, they have their separate accounts, and they pay for everything 50-50, which let's see, I'm trying to think. I mean, I've been with Nick for most of my adult life. Before that, it wasn't like real serious relationships where we did that kind of thing. So the way Nick and I have always done it is we just have a bank account and we put all of our money into that bank account, and then we pay bills, and then we, like, I don't know. I never understand. Like, I see couples that like pay each other back for dinners and stuff, and they're married. And I always find that so weird. Like, our finances are completely combined. Some people keep them separate. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it's just interesting. So I don't know. That whole thing was so strange. RJP, I'm sorry, but like, I have to agree with you. That's an absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. Frank, I didn't mean to make you sad, but it's just like, come on, Franklin. Trying to be thoughtful here. I'm an idiot. Hi, Boosh McFadden. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, RJP, like, that's absolute insanity. And then the fact that they're over, like, get out of here. Deranged lunatic. Oh, well, something on sign on sale. Yeah, no, this one was ridiculous. That's so crazy. All right, let's do another one. These are so fun. I work in a kitchen at a restaurant, and after catering, sometimes we have leftover food. Heck yeah. One of my coworkers suggested giving containers of leftovers to the homeless. I thought it was an amazing idea, so I asked my boyfriend, he's also a coworker of mine, if we could, and he freaked out on me. He said, F the homeless. They decided to F up their lives, so why should we help them? Oh, God, he sounds like a real winner. I stared at him in disbelief, and something clicked inside me. I understand his point of view. You shouldn't. But a lot of homeless people haven't done stuff to F up their lives. They just have had it rough. I'm someone who loves doing good things and making other people happy. I'm very sad and not sure what I should do, because it seems like he's not as good of a person as I thought he was. No, he's a shit person. I was genuinely hurt by his point of view, so I'm not really sure if I should say something or not. What should I do? Hey, Nick. Hi, Ricada. What's up? Oh my God, Nick just gifted memberships. I just look up and none of them are MA. Still none of them. What's up, Ricada? Oh shit. Dude, this is crazy. 5 memberships. Thank you so much. 1 to Doya, 1 to Legend of Ned, 1 to Tim France, 1 to Michigan Farm Boy, excuse me, and 1 to PX1, and still none for MA. This is like absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Wow. Thank you. And also, hello. Yeah, Ashton had to leave at, I guess for her, it was 8 for, no, 9 for me. It was, no. Anyway, she had to leave at 10. because she was going to support her friend doing a little burlesque show. But we'll have her back on. We'll have her back on because I love Ashton. She's such a sweetheart, and she's always fun to have on. Thank you, Nick. That's awesome. Wow, 5 more heathens. We are going to take over the world. Your mom's sea penis caught that, did you? I don't know why I read femboy and not farm boy. Hi, Romeo. Danuvo, yeah, I was almost homeless when I lived in Florida because the job I had at the time didn't pay enough. Yeah, look, when I lived in LA, I was paycheck to paycheck to like being homeless. I had so much credit card debt because I just couldn't afford to cover everything. And I was working at one point like 3 jobs, and Nick was working too. And it's really hard to make it in some areas. I mean, that's a big part of why we left. Hi, Bob Saget. Bob Saget, thank you. I feel like such a chonker, so that means a lot. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, Danuvo. Seriously. So I don't know. That's just a shitty point of view to have. If it's catering and you have leftover food and there's a bunch of it, what does it hurt to go give it to someone who could be hungry? Like, it's just such a simple thing to do. And the whole mindset of just like, F them. You don't have to bring them into your home. You don't even have to give them money. This is such a minor thing. And that's what pisses me off. And that's why this guy's, it's sort of like I once dated a guy who didn't like tipping waitresses. And that was like the number one biggest. He's like, you're mad because we're not paying for her to go to college. And it was just such a shitty mindset. And surprise, surprise, he ended up being a really shitty person. And so to me, that's just kind of like, oh, you suck. I overstayed my welcome at my parents after I got divorced and got kicked out. I spent a little while on friends' couches until I found a place. Frank, did they really kick you out? Aw, I would hope that your parents wouldn't kick you out. I'm glad you had friends that could like keep you there until you found a place and stuff. Honestly, sometimes they're just turbulent times in your life and you don't know what you're going to do, you know? Yeah, mindless, exactly that too. When people prefer to waste things than give that, like just give that. It's not a big deal. Just feed someone. Yeah, during Juneteenth, that's true. Some cities won't let you give leftover food to the homeless, which is so stupid, but wow. Wait, Frank, that's how you found out? Damn, they didn't even talk to you first? Huh. Yeah, Romeo, that as well. There's some leeway between being miserly and allowing yourself to be used. Yeah, no, there is. And absolutely. But that's just so much. They do not understand the largest population of homeless people who are actually people of disabilities and that there's war veterans. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, oftentimes it's mental illness or addiction and things like that. That's how a lot of people end up homeless. It's really sad. My dad and stepmom kicked me out and I couldn't afford the rent in the area, so I left the state. Yeah, Danuvo, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Rent is really, really expensive in some areas, and it makes it hard. Like sometimes you have to rent a room. You just got to do what you got to do. James Evans, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's not something it's horrible. It's horrible. A good rule of thumb is if people return the shopping cart, they're decent people, but if they leave it in the lot, they're trash. Mindless. Yeah, I've heard of that theory before. And it's funny too, because I've also heard this argument, and I think it's such a bad argument of like, well, it's some people's jobs to go out there and get them. It's just rude to leave it because most of the times they leave it in place, like it hits cars. They leave it in places where it takes up a parking spot, and they're just sending some fucking poor cashier out every so often to go grab the carts. They're not spending all day out there taking. It's just rude. Came home and my stuff was in the garage. Slept in my car a few nights. Frank, why didn't they talk to you? Did you say anything to them after? They didn't like say, hey, you need to find a place in a certain amount of time. Yeah, I always return the cart too, always. Oh, Danuvo, that is sad. Oh, God, James, I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that makes me sad. Yeah, Terra Crystal, I understand that. I do. But you can't, like, there are downsides to everything. At the end of the day, you should, if you have the opportunity to feed someone who needs the food, I think you should. You know, like I just it's like trashing a hotel room and saying what they have a cleaning staff. Yeah, same thing with people who trash what are they called? I saw someone arguing this and I was like, "Oh my god, this is horrible." Um why can't I think of what they're called? Movie movie theaters. God, my brain. Ah! So anyway, the hotel okay, my brain is just shutting down. Hi David Patero, welcome to the stream. My brain, yeah, that's just take your trash out. Doesn't matter where you are. My brain farted out so hard on that one. Wow. Oh God, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. K-Max, I will. K-Max, and then it's time for bed. Yeah, MA, I'm gonna do some snacks because I have a fudge. Actually, let me try one more. David Botero, thank you so much. We got another member. David, thank you. Bob Saget, thank you. David Botero, welcome to the Heathens. It is an awesome club of amazing humans. We are going to take over the world. And a Rumble rant too from Billy. P.S. Still no muffin top. You're still super cute. Love you, Cooper. Good night. Thank you. I'm glad I don't have a muffin top. That's at least something good. Don't worry. I'm gonna diet this out, and then I'm gonna do a 3 or 4 week little mini cut. New Heathen. Yeah, you know what, Sasha? I do think I will stream tomorrow. And it sucks because I totally didn't plan anything for if we hit 250. But you know what? I'll celebrate it in another way another time. I didn't realize that this month was going to get so crazy. I remember my brother worked at a video store and they stopped selling video games, and instead of letting staff take the games, they had them break them with hammers. Like, that's so stupid. It's just so stupid. David Botero, I am remonetized. I just don't understand that whole mindset. Just let them take the food home. Let them do, like, it's all such a waste. Another 2 from Dream Lunatic. I used to be a custodian in high school. The students would sometimes make a mess on purpose. I believe this because they figured it was our job to clean up after them like a maid. People that are like that are, I'm sorry, they're just shit people. Hi, XM202. I just think that's such a shitty trait to have. The whole like, well, this is someone's job, so I can do it. Yeah, your mom's like, that's just stupid. Like, smashing dust stuff does sound fun, but don't perfectly good games. Bartholomew, hi. Oh my goodness. You made it. Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. Nope, Friday. I don't even know what day it is. Tax write-off. Oh my God. We're being just silly. Rod made it. My mother was an uber religious nut. Oh, I hate that. I was staying out late and she assumed I was doing bad things, which I was. Yeah, but that doesn't, oh God. If you were an addict, that would be a different story, and you were refusing to get help and refusing to get clean, then at some point it's enabling. But if you're just out like doing normal, I'm sorry, that's a little silly. I'm sorry to hear that, Franklin. That sucks. I'm sorry to sleep in your car. I'm glad you found a place, but like, goddamn, dude. That's why I'm saying sometimes family can really suck. My brother still took a bunch regardless, but it's the it's the principal. I agree. And Bob Saget, I agree with that as well. I don't know. We all do stuff that we're not proud of, and we all do shitty things sometimes. And I think for the most part, people can be good and still do shitty things. Like there's definitely a few things that I've done where I'm like, really wish I didn't do that. Really wish I didn't do that. But overall, I try to be a good person, try to care about other people. So, Courtney, hi. Courtney, are you falling asleep? I'm falling asleep too. Not Food. Watch the last bit of Ricada stream from last night, starting around 2:45 or just after that. Nick is like the greatest fat shamer, and I honestly need that in my life. K-Max with another golden shower boy. K-Max, thank you so much. Xia, your view of astrology. So I've always thought astrology is kind of dumb. Not kind of dumb, really dumb. I've never understood the whole idea behind astrology. Based on your birthday, what sign are you, and does it line up? Does it line up with other signs you meet in real life? I am going to be honest, K-Max, I've never actually asked anyone what sign they are. I don't know like what signs are what makes a sign like I just don't know. Like I've not looked into any of that nonsense. So I don't really know enough about it. I know a little bit about mine because this is people have told me, or like in the newspaper you used to be able to read your horoscope. No, so my birthday is in February. I am an Aquarius, which weird and quirky, which I guess I am. But I think that has more to do with my upbringing than my astrological sign. I think it's because I had a weird upbringing. I think that's why. I'm a Virgo and I'm annoying like one. Courtney, my sister's a Virgo. I know that too. She's also very clean and neat. I don't know if that's I don't know. I'm a Cancer and I like boobs. I'm breast cancer. Frank, your birthday is coming up soon. Your birthday is coming up very soon. And another Cancer. Yeah, I didn't get the astrology girly vibe from Z. I just know about it from friends. Yeah, that's pretty much all I really know about astrology. Never been super into it. That being said, I do believe in energy. Like I do. But I just don't believe that the planets have anything to do with our personalities. Frank, what are you doing for your birthday? It's coming up so soon. I know it is. Wait, what day is it again? I know it's coming up soon, but I know I've got the day mixed up. Hi, shot out and tired. Welcome. I'm gonna go grab a couple snacks. We'll try like one or two just tonight, just because. Ricada, what kind of cooking videos? What have they been cooking? I'm surprised you're watching cooking videos. I'm shocked. Oh my God, Tony B, thank you. I am pumped about it. It's been honestly a ridiculous amount of fun to record them. I love Naeem. He's freaking hilarious. We just ended I guess Lewis is really good at this, but we ended up having really good chemistry podcasting together. I think because we both have ADHD and we're both super spazzy and we go on these insane tangents, but it ends up being a lot of fun. It's a Friday. Is it? Wait. It's not next week Friday, is it? I thought it was sooner than that. I thought it was coming up sooner for some reason. Is it the 13th or the 20th? Which Friday is it, Franklin? Thank you, Mindless. I had a lot of fun. On that as well. Show the ad on Gas last week. Can't wait to listen and watch. It's premiering. I guess it's probably done. It already premiered on Gas, but a lot of people I know are going to watch it afterwards. Ooh. Taco casserole sounds delightful. A fellow law tuber doing cooking. Nice. I'm here for a little bit of taco casserole. I love Lewis. I do, Tony. I think he's great. It isn't? Is it bad? What? Come on. Taco casserole sounds delightful. Was it terrible? Wait, is it as good as pizza casserole, Ricada? Is it as good as yeah, no, don't make casseroles. Don't make casseroles. Oh my goodness. Did something else come in? Eden Knights. David Butero, you just orange boyed me. I hope you like it, Mindless. Reese, I'm really bad with stuff, but it's just because we talked about it recently. I have a hard time. I definitely don't remember everyone's birthdays. I miss family members' birthdays sometimes, and I feel horrible about it. Horrible. Oh, is this Kurt? If you don't want to eat food, okay, because taco casserole, I think could be good. What did he put in it though? I was like, it sounds like it could be good. Ugh. Ooh, Korean fire chicken sounds delightful. Franklin. Mindless said I once forgot my own birthday. Oh, Franklin, that makes my heart so happy. Stop it. That's so sweet. Hi, Peacock. Yeah, I don't think making casserole in an Instapot is a thing. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never used an Instapot or owned one. David Pitero, thank you so much for the orange boy. Sorry, my ADHD is getting the better of me. I have a twin who I often forget to wish a happy birthday to. Yeah, it's hard. It's especially when you know a lot of people, it's hard to keep it all in, it is. Someone has to mention it. Bartholomew with a golden shower boy too. Bartholomew, thank you so much. Oh my good, you guys. I'm gonna grab a snack. I'll be right back. Since the snack stream, I guess I will stream tomorrow. It's gonna be like a snack stream light, I think. Yes, RJP, it is. You know it too. Hi, Joe. I know. 3 pounds of beef sausage, 7 ounces of chopped pepper, 7 ounces of onions, 2 packs of taco seasoning, half a bottle of seasonal. What the hell is seasonal? A huge scoop of minced garlic, 2 cups of heavy cream, 1.5 pounds of cheese, and 6 eggs. Okay, that actually legitimately sounds disgusting. That sounds terrible. Terrible. Ooh, James, yours is coming up. Why are there eggs and cream in that? All right, I take that back. So I used to make, it was more of an enchilada casserole, and it was actually really good, but I would take corn tortillas and I would layer them. So I would do a layer of corn tortilla, I would do the enchilada sauce, and then I would do ground beef, and then like corn, peppers, onions, whatever, do a layer of that, sprinkle a little bit of cheese, and then just sort of repeat the layers a little bit in a dish, and then I would put it in the oven. And then you just cut a square of it. And that was delicious. Like, I've made that so many times. Hi, Marfin. I would feel bad if I forgot my own birthday. But that's like like lasagna. Yes, exactly, Nick. That I've made before, and it comes out really good. What you described sounds like a freaking abomination. Why are there eggs and cream in there? There should be no eggs and cream. That sounds disgusting. That sounds disgusting. Is this the man that's 350 pounds? Oh my God, that's horrible. Ugh. 6 eggs. Yeah, that just doesn't even make sense. I remember important people's birthdays, just not my own. Honestly, it's hard. It's hard to remember all the birthdays. It was so filthy. Yes, it's him. It's my favorite content right now. I don't understand. That's so nasty. Bartholomew, have an amazing weekend. Have an amazing night. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. Yeah, 6 eggs is an omelet. Yeah, custard souffle. That's just so gross. Courtney, that's what I'm saying. Those are the ones. I don't get it. Toe Rogan got a membership from Franklin. Toe Rogan and not MA. Franklin, thank you so much. I'm grabbing a snack or two. Okay. Let's try these 3 things, you guys. Cousin Dave got one from Frank. And Cousin Dave, although I think that's a picture of a raccoon, so that's exciting. That's exciting. Wait, did we hit cat cow? Are we at cat cow? Oh, heck. Oh, heck. Okay, Courtney, we're going to do cat cow now because I know you're tired, but I know that you're going to, oh, yeah, I know it's popping out. It's popping out. We're doing all right, though. Hi. I know we haven't done a raccoon puppet show in a little while. Okay, let's go. Courtney is here, and she's going to help us. So we're going to pull this out a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to get on our hands and our knees, and we are going to get into tabletop position. This is a fantastic stretch, I'm telling you. In fact, the lady who leads this was on Thursday, yesterday. Oh my gosh, who leads the like postpartum workout class, because The gym I go to has a lot of like pregnant ladies and moms. So they come in with their babies and do a little workout thing. Anyway, the point is she leads it and she had them do cat cow. She was like, we're doing cat cow. And I was like, yes, cat cow. Okay. Hands and knees. Let's go. And then you're going to arch your back like so. This is the cat portion of it. And then you're going to sink your chest down towards the floor. You're going to raise your glutes up towards the ceiling. And that is the cow portion of the stretch. And this is stretching out glutes, hamstring, back. I mean, this is such a great full body stretch. I love doing this. So also I have to warn you, gentlemen, to watch your balls. Be careful. All right. So we're going to do it. Are you guys ready? You're ready? You're going to breathe in on the cat and out on the cow. So we're going to go. Sometimes I even like to rock from side to side. And while I'm doing my breathing, I know Courtney is doing a fantastic in the chat. I can hear it. I can hear it in my ears. I can hear it in my heart. And that's cat cow. One of the best stretches ever. One of the best stretches ever. Very relaxing. I can honestly, the breathing helps so much. That calms me down every time. It calms me down every time. Oh yeah, downward dog. Yes. You're right. Doing a little downward dog, you're gonna go like this. But like further out. Downward dog is nice too. You know what about downward dog is good is it really stretches out hamstrings. Like right there. Yes. Okay. All right. Y'all ready? Downward dog noises. Whatever those are. Oh my God. Xia, would you want one more? Wait. Would you want more one cow-sized cat or 20 cat-sized cows? Oh my God. I want a cow-sized cat. Blow up little hamstrings. You know what I'm saying? Stretching is great for everybody. Okay. Okay, let's try these random things. I really want to try these mahua cookies. They're mahua cookies. They're a Taiwan dessert. I don't know what they are, but they look good. So we're going to try that. And then also, these are snowflake cakes. They're grape flavor. No clue. Gonna try them. I'm excited. Ooh, keep that there. And then these are a nougat sandwich crackers. And I believe that they're like maybe strawberry. They're called Sweet Afternoon. Strawberry and something. I don't know. We're going to try it. But I want to try these mahua cookies first. I know. Teacup cows would be really cute. I know. That's a hard choice to make. Yeah, no, they're not pork rinds. I tried pork rinds once. Never again. Hated them. It would, but it would be such a cute little murder kitty. Okay. It's like it kind of looks like a fried, it looks like a churro or something. Frank, I thought that. That's good. I like that. I can't eat any more of that because 2 pieces is 70 calories, but. Mahua cookies. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But it's basically like a thick deep fried cookie that's then been glazed in sugar. Nick, thank you so much. Thank you for coming in and saying hi and hanging out with us and telling me about a really disgusting casserole with eggs and cream in it. That's not a taco casserole. Have a great night. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Sleep. Oh my God. I know. I'm getting tired too. I need to get my happy ass into bed. But I wanted to try these. Mahua. They're good. I like them. Okay. Let's try whatever this weird thing is. Oh, one piece is only 50 calories. You can't milk a cow, or at least you shouldn't. Wait, milk a cat. Milk a cat. I was going to say, wait a second. You can milk a cow. RJP, you need to go to bed. Chungus had a big day. What did Chungus do today? I read that in my head. RJP, you need to go to bed. All right, let's try one more cracker and then it's bedtime. I don't like this one. Ma Hua cookies are a traditional Chinese snack featuring a crunchy braided cookie that is lightly flavored with sesame and glazed with a crispy sugar crust. I didn't taste any sesame, but it is delightful. This I don't like. I was like, it tastes like milk and there's milk powder in it. That's disgusting. Let's get that flavor out of my mouth. Let's do this one and then let's go to bed. And then it's bedtime for everyone. All right. This is a sweet afternoon nougat sandwich cracker. Ah! Oh, Chungus is getting all of the... Don't tell Nick. Chungus is getting all the attention. Okay. Let's try this. It looks good. Michael, I usually am too, but I've got to fix that because I need to do things. Unless it's true. I don't hate it, but it's weird. That's an interesting snack. So it's a legitimately salty, kind of like a saltine cracker, a little bit. And then in the center is a sweet, very chewy nougat. Like it's hard to chew down on. Okay, K-Max, that's what I'm trying to think of. That's why I'm trying to decide if I'm going to stream tomorrow night for the 250 bikini because it's a big thing. Or if I do stream tomorrow and we hit 250, then on the next stream have like a big celebration. And yeah, invite everyone on if they want to come on. No, I don't hate it, Mindless. I don't. It's good. It's really good. It's just interesting. I've never had anything like it. Okay, I have to stop. That's all I got. Yeah, we could do like the big celebration after hitting 250. Do like a little cake that I will not sit on. RJP, you're so sweet. Oh my God. Okay. Bedtime. It's bedtime for all of us. Thank you so much. Hi, Corn Diff. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Daniel, that's what I was thinking. if I do another long one, do it on Friday, because then Saturday, that would actually work. That would actually work. We can celebrate 250 on a Friday. That's a good idea. There could be pie. There could be pie. Oh my God. Backhand, but I don't want to go to bed. Isn't it daytime for you, Backhand? All right, no bed for everyone, but bed for me, and bed for Franklin and RJP. I know it. Yeah, pie, cake, maybe. No, I'm doing myself a little cut. I kept my calories very low today, which is why I was like, I could do a few extra snacks and still be under. My calories were at like 1,400, which I could keep them there, but I'm giving myself up to 15. Anyway, I can't sit on a pie, but I can eat a pie. But no, I'm not going to eat any pie. We're going to be good. Bed for Courtney and Chongus too. Yes. Yeah, Frank, I knew it. Just pretend the numbers were written by a dyslexic. I swear to God, I know I'm not dyslexic, but sometimes my brain moves stuff around. Like, I don't know why. Oh, RJP. No, you've been up for 21 hours, though. You're so sweet. It is bedtime. Okay. It is bedtime. Thank you guys so much for watching. Coming and hanging out with me on a Friday night. Make sure you're subscribed to Gas Digital, and make sure you put in True Dat, promo code True, to get basically a discount on your Gas Digital subscription, and use select True Dat as your main podcast that you watch, and it helps me out. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But I will be back most likely tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, but I'll make sure to post about it and everything. So whoever can make it, can make it. If you can't, we're going to do a celebration afterwards. But I just love all of you. Thank you so much. Franklin, I want to thank you. Like, you dropped 3 pink boys tonight to make sure we hit bikini. And I want to thank you so much for that. Like, absolutely amazing. You just go above and beyond. So I'm like losing my mind here in a good way. Backhand as well. Every stream, RJP, every stream, Andrew Thomas, Ravenclaw, K-Max with a few tonight, Eden Knight, David Batero, and Bartholomew, who already left. We also had a whole bunch of gifted memberships tonight as well. Thank you so much. And Slosher for becoming a Zunt. You're the newest member of the Zunts. I thanked everybody on the Zunts list as well. And now we can add Slosher to that list. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel in such a big way. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. You guys mean a lot to me. Thank you for being here and not only just supporting my content to the crazy level that you do, but actually watching it and interacting means a lot to me. So yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment afterwards. I will be back most likely tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern as well. Maybe I can do like a hybrid baking, snacking stream or something. I've kind of been, I know I'm being gay. I'm going to be gay for a minute. And then after that, Story Wars, Sunday night at 7. And then I'll be back for the regular. Hold on. I can do this. I'm going to get this timing right. See you next Tuesday.